Okay, we are live. We are live. We are live. Wow. Current exposure. Let's get some eyeballs in the room. We have a special guest. We have Najee Jihad coming on this evening. And he is one of the top social media influencers in New Jersey, probably in the country. I'm going to go that far with it because I believe other people outside of Jersey, across the United States, are tuning into Najee Jihad One Kid Problem. So without further ado, let me bring him on. This young man. Hello, Najee Jihad.
Hey,
Welcome.
hey, how you doing? What's going
I
on?
am well. How are you?
I can't complain. Maintaining, trying to change the world, trying to save the youth.
That's good. That's good. And I applaud you for that. I commend you. I appreciate you too. We need more brothers like you that just roll up their sleeves and get involved.
Right, right. We
You
have to.
know, so, and I'm happy to have you on to also talk about your story because Newark has a serious problem with gun violence,
Mhm.
and everyone knows, or if they didn't know, now they know. I am a 2A supporter, so I do support firearms, and I don't agree with all the extreme bans and all that other stuff, and how people personify guns as if they get up and grow legs and arms and go around shooting people randomly.
Yes,
Is
please.
actually the irresponsible person with the gun.
Right.
So but yeah, in Newark we have a lot of irresponsible gun owners or gun holders because some of them aren't even at the
Legally
age, yeah, where they can
registered.
legally possess a firearm.
Right.
And I see a lot of the shootings in Newark by those people. Like
Right.
I'm not going out. I have several guns. I'm not going out here shooting people.
Right.
That's crazy. And I understand the damage that could do, but maybe it's just my maturity, my practice. But yeah, let me hear about your experience and how it pushed you into doing what you do now, and how
So big.
media fit into that.
So basically, I started. Um. So basically, my story is, as a young teen, I was having trouble with identity, and just being very influenced by peers, the environment. I wanted to be a
Mhm.
rapper. Looked up to
Mhm.
Tupac. Looked up to Lil Wayne and stuff like that, and just
Mhm.
being very young-minded and just going through that identity crisis. I put myself through a lot of different situations that was uncalled for. Now at the age that I'm at, I look back and be like, oh, that stuff was dumb. Um, Even after, you know, um, I want to say, I became grown and kind of got away from certain people. I still had a hard time with disassociating from friends who I knew I should disassociate from, which left me in a situation, well, which put me in a situation that I went through. End up getting shot by my backseat passenger. Situation could
Wow.
have been prevented by just simply just disassociating myself from that person, but I didn't. So basically, what the story is on my birthday a few years ago, I want to say like about 7 years ago, you
Mhm.
know, went out with some friends, a friend who I know pulled up to the party. asked for a ride home. We went and got some food after the party or whatever. When I went to McDonald's to get some food, but they didn't have they didn't have lunch. So I don't
Okay.
know why, but we went to the next McDonald's and they said the same thing. So we was like, you know what, let's go to Sonic. Went to
Uh-huh.
Sonic and on like the on the side of my eye, I seen a gun being pulled out and I'm like, yo, what the like yo, put that up. And before I
Oh.
knew it, I kinda like asked the person that I needed a drink because after that I handed everybody a drink and I kinda noticed I noticed that, but I kind of was like, just you being dumb. Like, what you doing? Gave him his stuff and everything. And once I realized that I didn't get a drink and I went back to ask for a drink, I got shot in my face. It just
Wow.
went off. Bow. So at this point, I kind of like see him walking off. I had to put my car in park and kind of like run. I put my car in park because I had one of those brown, big looking kind of cars. I think it was a Grand
Uh-huh.
Marquis. And I put it into park, and then I ran off, and running down the street, I was trying to flag people down. I didn't know the severity of my gunshot wound, so I was
Mm.
just like running frantically, whole outfit bloody. I'm trying to flag down cars and everything, and
Mm.
nobody would stop for me. So it got to the point where I kind of like gave up. So after trying to flag
Nobody?
everybody down, I gave up.
Wait, what time of day was this?
This was early morning, very early morning, probably like I want to say it was probably like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. It was real early.
And was this on a weekday, a weekend?
I forgot what date my birthday falls on,
Oh, okay.
but
Cause
we
I'm
stayed out all we was basically out all
okay.
night, until like 4 or 5, and then we was
Okay.
pretty much just
Driving
finding
around.
food and just chilling and stuff
Okay.
like that. And
Okay.
yeah, so
Wow.
after that part happened,
So you didn't
I,
even know your friend had a gun.
nah, I didn't, and I kind of like
Wow.
just like looked and was like, yo, put that up. Like I'm like, yo, what the hell is you doing? And then I knew after that, but I didn't think he would just shoot me. You
Now
know,
when he shot you, he opened the door and got out of the car?
he opened the door, got out, and just walked off. That's it. I
Wow.
I just looked back
Now
and he
were
kind of
you
like
still parked in the
tucked
drive-through?
it, and then walked off. Huh?
Were you still in the drive-through?
Yeah, I was still in the drive-through.
Wow. So nobody in the store called the police?
Everybody called the police. They was getting tons of calls.
Okay.
Um, and I kind of after I ran off, I kind of went into the middle of the street down by the Dollar Tree. I was asking people for help while trying to flag people down, and they wouldn't pull over for me. So
Mhm.
I just kind of like laid down on the ground in the middle of the street.
Uh-huh.
So my passenger, which was my cousin, he kind of just pulled up to the side of me where I was at and helped me get out the street and pull me to the sidewalk. So as he's trying to, keep me good, well, try to
Mhm.
administer aid as best way as he know, he was trying to basically keep me up because I was telling him let me sleep because at that time I was feeling very
Mhm.
peaceful. I was seeing all kind of visions of my daughter being born, just everything that was just great things that happened in my life. I'm seeing so many different
Wow.
things, and I was relaxed. So I'm like, just let me sleep. Let me go to sleep. But he wouldn't let me go to sleep. He just kept slapping me, like slapping, just. It might sound crazy to slap
Okay.
somebody that's suffering a gunshot wound and their whole face is bleeding, but it kept me up. It kept me woke. I could have went to sleep and it probably could have been over. You just never know. But I was
Wow.
very comfortable laying on the ground, and I thought it was over. And I really
Wow.
thought in my mind, like, damn, like I really just got whacked. Like,
Mhm.
damn. And like the part that I also wanted to put out there, this person was my my friend. This wasn't no we was out doing no crazy stuff. Like this is
Mhm.
really somebody that I looked at as a friend, and I just thought it was kind of crazy, and I kind of believed that it was an accident. I thought it was the police. I rest. I called the
Wow.
police back then. Was useless. They would show up a half hour later. So
Now, did it
basically,
take them a long time to come to? I'm sorry to cut you off.
they took a little minute, but
Wow.
they got there. They didn't really know what to do. They was just standing over me with their hands in their pockets, just kind of like looking until the ambulance came or whatever. But
Okay. How
I
old were
just give
you?
thanks to my cousin. Probably like 23.
Ooh.
At this time, I was already disassociated with all the like dumb shit. My teenage years, I was having a
Mhm.
hard time, but after my daughter came and I had caught a robbery as a youth and everything, it kind of opened my eyes up when that judge let me out. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna
Wow.
let you out, but go and do what you got to do." Because I let them know I got a daughter coming. I was like 17 when I caught that robbery charge, and I was like, "Look, I have a daughter coming. I don't want to be locked down, da da da." And the judge let me out. And since then, I was kind of doing what I had to do for myself. Ended up getting
Okay.
a security license. I ended up
Oh,
becoming a delivery driver, and I was
okay.
the one on the block who got his first car pretty fast. I was doing deliveries and stuff. It wasn't nothing really going on for my friend to really shoot me. We wasn't out here robbing people or nothing. So
Okay.
that's why I genuinely believed it was an accident. I thought he just shot me by accident. I really believed that. I'm like, damn,
Wow.
he messed up. And the part that really like bothered me the most is like everybody with these false narratives and stuff like that. My friend didn't get no attempted murder charge or nothing. I thought my friend generally shot me by accident, so it kind of hurt me to hear all of these false narratives and stuff. Like
Uh-huh.
he don't got no attempted murder on his jacket, so it's like,
Wow. So
why would
you
y'all
looked
even be
out
doing
for
that?
him. You didn't
Right,
even, press charges against him.
right. Right, once the
Mhm.
police and all that got involved, and people tried to subpoena me to court, I didn't go. I didn't get on the stand and say, "Yo, he shot me. He's the one." No, his family came to me. They said, "Look, this was an accident. We're sorry about this happening." I said, "It was an accident. It's an accident. That's it." People see me
Wow.
blowing up on social media, and they want to make these fake narratives and stuff. When in reality, this was my friend. We wasn't doing nothing gangster. I was hanging with him almost like all the time. Like, why
Right.
would you try to spin it like this was a gangster situation? Like we did some dirt and then you go down and I bring you down with this wasn't that. This was genuinely I thought my friend made a mistake in my back seat and shot me. And, that's pretty much what I thought it was until people start going around saying that, they shot me on purpose and all kind of stuff. I heard
Wow.
so many rumors and so many different things, and
Yeah.
it kind of hurt me. Like, damn, I'm doing all this for the community, trying to stand up for the youth, and y'all trying to send fake narratives, trying to uh, demonize my character, trying to like
Uh-huh.
that would kind of like stop the kids from looking up to what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do,
Right.
and you trying to spin a false narrative just out of hate. So that's why I kind of started thinking like maybe this was an envious, jealous situation, but at the end of
Wow.
the day, that person was able to get 2-3 years for shooting somebody in their face and was able to go walk scot free. And then I'm the one that look like the bad person when I ain't testifying and do nothing. Like
Wow.
I feel like that part right there kind of really messed me up, and it kind of opened my eyes up to how social media is. People just try to find any kind of way to break you down when you're trying to do something good. But I had to deal with that. But
Wow.
like when I was like 17 going on 18 and I had caught that robbery juvie charge, after that I got my security license. I became a
Mhm.
delivery driver. I was doing my thing. We wasn't doing nothing gangster for them to shoot me. This wasn't me running around the city doing dumb junk and then my friends shoot me. Nah, this was genuinely supposed to be, well, an accident. That's what I was told.
Wow.
This was an accident. But the only thing
Wow.
that shifted me from thinking it wasn't an accident was recently. Like
Right.
recently, people saying,
So,
"Oh, it was on purpose. Oh, you this and you that." When I'm like, if I was this and that, wouldn't he would have went down for 30 years, 40 years?
right.
Like, why are we
Right.
why are we doing this? Like, you turning something that was really just a genuine mistake to now you're making it look like did you want fucking 40 years? Like,
Wow.
but
Now let me ask you this. Why hasn't he joined on your platform to get into what you're doing?
say that again.
I said, why hasn't he joined your platform and get in on what you're doing with the youth as the person to say, I made a mistake and shot my friend, or how come he hasn't collaborated?
Look, I'm in a different point of my life where I don't really associate with like my circle is very small, and just like I had said,
Okay.
I was supposed to I was supposed to stop like remove myself from hanging around people who was still like young minded or saying dumb shit and just being like, but I always see the good in people, and I just like, we ride around doing pizza deliveries and stuff like that. Like I didn't think like my man could shoot me in my goddamn face. Like I just like, I
Wow.
don't want to be associated with that kind of energy at all. Like I don't really know what it was or what's the real
Right.
reason behind it, but I left it at I thought it was an accident. If it's more to it, at this point where I'm at, I don't really care, and I don't really
Mhm.
have the energy to try to like bring that kind of energy around me and stuff like that because I really don't know. But that person you basically shot somebody in the face and then get no serious consequence for it. So that's
Wow.
pretty much
Wow.
what it is. But
Wow. Now, did you lose your eyesight?
no, I ain't lose no eyesight. Basically, it hit my cheekbone, and then it kind of exploded into all of these little pieces of fragments. So right now, I got like fragments all over my face, even at the
Really?
top. Yeah, and they felt like they couldn't take out all of the pieces of fragments because it would they'll have to rip open my whole face, like basically make all of these cuts. So they said just let it work its way out.
Wow. Has like have you felt it?
Nah, but you can kind of like feel a piece right here,
Oh,
but
wow.
that's pretty much God. And then even after I got shot, I started going through like depression, you know,
So how'd you
suicidal
get through that?
ideation and stuff like that.
How did you get through that? What did you do? Did you get a therapist?
Huh?
I said, how did you get through the depression?
I had to go. I had ended up, you know, having a situation where I kind of lost it, and I had took over 40+ pills trying to kill myself, and I ended up outside with my registered weapon, crashing my
Wow.
car up, and that kind of was
Wow.
like, why? What the hell is going on? Like, and that situation right there prompted me to go and really get the mental health help because it started to take a toll on me. Whereas though to the point where I couldn't trust the people that was around me, I was having PTSD because it was like ever since a youth when I was younger, people used to always do me wrong. Like people that I was trying to genuinely be friends with, they all like tried to either steal from me, was mad,
Wow.
just mad of just like I never understood it. Like I just never understood it. But
Hmm.
that's pretty much what I've been going through. That what I went through as a youth, like just trying to just be normal, trying to be around, just trying to find myself, and I kept finding myself around the wrong sets of people who would just be mad at my light. Now that I'm older, I kind of understand that I have some type of light, and I'm here to do something. So,
Right.
but the depression and everything that I was going through, it kind of opened my eyes that I am here for a reason, like I said. It is something that God want me to do, and I need to have that testimony. I know how I feel to be low. I know how I feel to try to take yourself out, and maybe that's part of my journey because I gotta help somebody else that's going through suicidal ideation. But I
Right.
got the
Right.
therapy, went to see psychiatrists and everything to work on my own mental health. I did everything possible just to get make sure I'm good.
Okay, so you mentioned mental health and you're a man. So did you have any reservations about that at first? Like, oh, I don't need that, or were you open and receptive? Because um there's this thought out there that men don't seek therapy when they go through like when they have traumatic experiences.
A lot of people frown upon getting help, but I tell you this: you don't want to not get the help or not let that stuff that you're dealing with out because it's going to backfire. Like it backfired on me. I thought I was good. I thought I
Mm,
could really just deal with the thoughts and you know all of that stuff. And I got to a point where I really almost tried to take myself up, and I ended outside and caught a whole charge and all kind of stuff just being
Wow.
depressed and going through what I was going through. And I don't even talk about that. Like I really caught a whole charge because I took everything I
Wow.
could find trying to kill myself and ran and went
Wow.
outside. So it's like I could testify to that. Like go and get the help. You know what I mean? Because you know you can end up snapping and you lose and you go outside do something crazy and get 40 years. You never know what can happen. So
Right. Right.
so yeah,
Wow.
therapy is very important. I think everybody should have somebody to go and talk to, especially youth as well. They need somebody to kind of like level with as well. But yeah, everybody should, you know, get their traumas worked out because some of us hold on to some traumatic experiences up to adult and we be lashing out and not knowing why we lashing out or why we just angry. So, you know?
Wow. So some people in the comments had some good things to say about you. Moses Singletary said, "Thank you, brother, for not only sharing your story with older folks, but also the youth. If, if each person with the story can pay it forward to one child with regards to a clear and brighter vision, and knowledge is everything."
Right.
And then Keenan said, "I think it's so important that people in your position share your story with our high school students."
And as long as they reach out to my booking, I'll come through, you know, tell them my story, let them know how life could really go if you're not focused or if you find yourself around the wrong people. It's very important to disassociate from the wrong kind of friends. And I'm in a great
Right,
example of that, of being a grown ass man trying to be a single father, raising my daughter and everything that I got going on with minimum help. It's like that was a lot to get through. And
right.
I kind of caused that by not just listening to my elders and just getting away from people that they was kind of like telling me to get away from. Like my family was like, man, I don't know, there's something off about him. Like when your family tell you to, try to
Hmm.
give you advice, you got to really take it in heed. And that was my issue. I didn't want to take these things in heed, even as an adult, and it kind of like humbled me. So I've been through it, so yeah, I
Okay.
could get into the schools and kind of like let them know you don't want to go through this. It's hard out here, even down to making a kid before you're ready. You know,
Yep.
I'm dealing with all of the effects of that, moving too fast. You know, trying to get out here and do what I want and be grown. Now I found myself being a single father. Got to raise my daughter. Got to make sure she good. Got to take care of the bills. All this stuff. So before I was even prepared for any of this stuff. But I thought I could do it. I wanted to be grown. So that's another testimony right there. Like, it's not easy,
Right.
you know?
And George says, "I see your videos sometimes, Najee Jihad. I always appreciate your positive posts to everyone that they should do the right thing."
Right, right. And I'm always going to be around trying to get the youth to do the right thing. Because when I was dealing with that situation with the whole gun charge and all that stuff, because I went crazy, went outside and put myself in a crazy situation, it kind of like really like opened my eyes up that God wanted me to do something for him. And I told him, I said, look, God, this is a crazy situation. I know, but I really need your help. And look, I do everything that's in my heart. Whatever message you put on my heart, I'm going to make sure I
Uh-huh.
do that. And that's
Wow.
what I've been doing ever since he helped me out that situation. He really helped me out that situation. I wouldn't even be here talking to you if I wouldn't have found God, wouldn't have found Jesus Christ and really opened my eyes up. I wouldn't even be talking to you right now. And I just started to listen to
Wow.
the things that was on my heart. He took me out the situations I was going through, and I'm just being a loyal servant at this point. What y'all seeing with these videos is me just being a loyal servant because I know how much impact and influence I can have, and I want to
Mhm.
change the trajectory of the current future because I know our youth, they dealing with peer pressure, identity crisis, they looking up to rappers, entertainment, all kind of stuff, and it's
Yes.
kinda like shaping the minds of the future. I mean, of the future leaders, and that's a problem to me. So,
So how did you get involved in social media from your
um,
experience?
well, I'm a music artist first. I'm a rapper.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I'm a rapper. So, when I was first starting to rap, I had that phase of I'm a kind of like rap how what's trendy so I could get on. So I was kind of like just trying to make a hit record just to get on so I could kind of like do the stuff that I'm talking about now. Like I want to be able
Wow.
to influence people in a good way until it kind of hit me. One day it was like, it made sense to me like, yo, I'm sitting here trying to get money by promoting the trendy stuff, which is kind of like working for the devil. And he's going to give
Mm-hmm.
me money, success, whatever, and take it back whenever he wants to. When I could just
Wow.
do it the
Oh,
guy,
it was getting good. What happened?
I could do it the God way. I could do it the God way. Stay humble, and he gonna give me my blessings. And when I get my blessings, I'm gonna have them forever. So instead of trying to rap like the Out Killer 3000, I could just make whatever kind of music I want, and I'm pretty sure God is gonna bless me at the end of the day as long as I do what's in my heart. So that's pretty much what
Okay.
it is, what it was. So
Oh,
I was already
okay.
into entertainment.
So are you going to give us some bars tonight?
I can't think of that off the head, but I can I can give you the link. So I'm working on a project right now.
Okay, okay. And I know, let me see. I think we have the link from your video that you did. Hold on. Let me see.
You talking about Nort Baby?
Is that the name of it? That's the name of it?
Yeah, it's called Nort Baby.
Let me
It's on
see. Hold
YouTube.
on.
My last tape was No Filter. You can look that up on Apple Music under Kid Problem.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
You know,
It
okay,
was
I'm on
your
the line.
video. Okay, it was a video that you did on the when you got shot.
You gotta
Hold
wait
up.
until I
Let
get
me
done.
see.
I'm on this live again.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me go to YouTube videos. Okay. Okay. Do you have the video? I have it on Facebook. Do you have it on YouTube?
Huh?
You don't have the video on YouTube, right?
Yeah, the video's on YouTube. If you go to my
Okay.
um
Let me
my
see.
YouTube channel, it's One Kid Problem.
Okay. Hold up. Let
Type
me
One
put
Kid Problem in the YouTube search bar. Let's just see it.
because yeah, we had the Facebook. Oh, hold up. Let me go to YouTube.
Hey guys, I'm on the phone. Y'all gotta quiet down, okay? Yeah, close it up.
All right. Let's see. One. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I didn't know it was titled North Baby. Hold up. Let me
Yeah,
put it
shot by
on the
Nimi Hendrix,
screen.
one of the best in the game.
Okay. Wow. Hold on. Let me I gotta cue it up. Okay. Let's get the screen. Share the screen.
71911.
Okay.
Let me get a chicken combo, please. Wait, hold. You want something? You take two. Make that 2 chicken combo. Oh, what you want? Anything, and add on a Philly cheese combo. Yeah, add that on there too. Yo, what you got that? Yo, stop being stupid. Put that gun up, bro. Baby. I can't hear myself. Words to say to you. Yeah. I can't find the words to say to my baby. And the words to say to you. Jersey. Know it, baby. Born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. Know it, baby. Born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. Know it, baby. Born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. Know it, baby. Born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. Do it for the city, I swear everybody know my name. Did it for the progress, my goal bigger than just buying chains. How you don't speak up, but you tough on every diss track. I don't react to everybody, don't answer, I can't hit back. My knowledge on a different level, these blessings on another level. I fell apart, got it back together, I seen it all, ain't nothing special. Everybody out here dying, this shit sad, we need hope. They say different day, same shit, but I ain't trying to die broke. Little bro, it's like, little nigga, live your life. If I wake, I need more than the nigga had last night. I'ma do it right this time. I lost it all too many times. I'm up late night, I grind. God is good all the time. So many problems I overcame. I probably should write a book. Thought I never make it, huh? Well, I got him shook. I'm really the chosen one. Trying to push a message, got a goal, I'ma get it done. How you claim a block, don't own a house where you say you from? Yeah, dumbass nigga. We are not the same, life not a game, my nigga, look, dumbass nigga. We are not the same, life not a game, my nigga. No, baby, born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. No, baby, born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. No, baby, born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. No, baby, born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. Get up, bro. Come on, stay with me. Get up, bro. Come on. Get up to the hospital, bro. I got you. So we gotta get up. Come on, come on. Why, bro? Come on.
Wow. Wow, that was deep.
Yeah.
Lord baby. Born in the trenches, everybody going crazy. You know, you hit some key points about the block and they don't even own a house. Wow.
Yeah, it took a lot of accountability and just rethinking all my decisions in my life and where I am now, and it just make me just look at everything differently, you know?
Yes. Mayo Keenan says, now that's a reality I've witnessed far too many times. People have gotten used to it, so they just ignore it. What do you say about that with the gun violence, the irresponsible gun
I think
holders?
it's emotional intelligence. I feel like not everybody just have that, and sometimes we do need, you know, that level-headed person in our circle, and I can't say everybody has that. You know,
Wow.
some of us just react off of emotion, and then before you know it, it's over. That's why I try my best to get through to the youth now, you know, before they make a crazy decision while they, you know, while their mind is still developing.
Wow. And like, how are people getting these illegal guns? How are they just like buying them out in the street? Some cop is selling it to them or something? What's going on?
Look, I don't know. I don't know how they getting it. At one point in time, I was hearing that, you know, they used to drop off a box of guns, and the people would just
Wow.
find it. I don't know. That one, I really don't know, but it's a problem, and you know, we just need more strict gun laws. We just need a whole
I
lot.
feel like the strict gun laws don't affect them though. And
Yeah, because it's
whoever's
still going
selling
with
them
it.
the guns, like they're, you
No,
know.
honestly, I that's what I'm trying to say because I'm actually doing something while I'm talking. Um, I feel like if there was a real consequence to getting caught, like,
Okay.
because a lot of
Like
these
3 years
guys, they'll
for the
shoot
consequence.
somebody and they get right back out. You know, not
Right.
in a few years they get right back out. Um, that's the issue. Like, if they really change the law, like if you shoot somebody and you convicted, you get caught or whatever, you got to sit down a mandatory, you know, a mandatory 20, 30 years, whatever it is. But these guys getting these light sentences is pretty much what it is. You know, they don't care
Wow.
about sitting down for like 4 or 5 years for a body, and they don't care about us. The government don't care about us. They want us to kill each other. So, you know,
Mm. Mm.
so that's
So
pretty
what
much what that is.
what is your what are your plans going forward? Are you I know you said you're working on a new project.
Hmm.
Hold on, wait. George has a statement. He said, "Oh, okay. That's a great question. We cannot get a bag, but we can get a gun."
We cannot get a bat, but we can get a gun. Meaning with
Yeah.
money,
George, are you talking about money?
because I feel like it's a mindset thing as well too with the
Okay.
youth, and it's the OGs that's just not really got them in the right direction. And we start
Tell me.
talking to the youth
Yes.
about credit
Tell me more
leveraging and
about that. Yes. Tell
you
me
know
more about that with the mindset.
yeah, the mindset got to change. Once you believe that you can actually make it out, you start kind of like dodging little dumb interactions and just once you can really see yourself being something, like you can really envision that, you won't let nothing get in the way of that. And that's kind of like what I got going on. So once these youngins start believing in themselves and they see that it's possible to be something, I think that'll make some change. But just like I said, the mindset thing is super important. Because look,
Mm.
one person could take $500 and turn it to $1,000. Another person to just spend it on some shoes. Like even right now, there's a lot of people getting that tax money. A lot of people is
Right.
going to shopping. They're going to do everything in the world instead of setting
Wow.
themselves
You're
up
right.
for the next emergency or for putting their money into something that'll generate income. They going to the mall and getting fly. They buying sneakers. So it's a mindset thing.
Okay. Oh, George clarified. He said that we cannot get a grocery bag after we go shopping, but we could get a gun. And
So,
Mayo Keenan said we need better gun laws and for congressional leaders to stop catering to the NRA. And I
right.
just wanted to say to her and George, um, oh, he said no more plastic bags. Okay, right. So what I wanted to say too, aside from there being more laws for the youth that are doing the shootings, I think it should be laws for people who are selling the guns. Like if there's a police officer that's selling guns, or it should be heavy penalties. They should get they should be sent to prison. If they're coming and dropping off boxes of guns, or even if somebody from out of state is coming here to sell guns to people, I think they should be criminalized and they should be charged and do time,
Mhm.
because they're the ones getting away with it too.
Right. Right.
So that was my 2 cents about that.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Because yeah, like let's say if somebody down the street, he just moved here from Florida and he brought all his guns here. He's supposed to have them registered, but anyway, if he goes out and sells his guns to some kid in the street for $1,000, I
Hmm.
think he should be charged.
Right.
And I think that will stop and slow it down too, because people are going to think twice. Like, I'm not selling that.
This one might be harsh too, but a death penalty if you kill somebody.
Exactly. Exactly.
Straight death penalty. We have a If we can have somebody that really stand on
Yep.
business, that's empowered, that can really implement these things, like, look, y'all want to come out here, y'all want to shoot people, you want to kill people, you kill somebody, you get caught, death penalty. I think that'll stop a lot of stuff that's going on. But
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like right now, it's like our youth. It's like the ones under 25 years old is making these harsh, irrational decisions and taking life. So it's
Right.
like, and I feel like also social media should be used as a tool to kind of combat this stuff as well, because I feel like they used it as a tool to kind of influence the next generation to
Right.
think this stuff is cool, to act a certain way, and we got to be the ones to use that same technology to use it for positive, for good things. Because right now they up, man. They could put money and glitter on anybody, and the kid's gonna follow that person. So
Wow.
that's a huge problem in my eyes.
Wow. Now let's go back to when you were 17. You said you caught a robbery charge. Now, what was happening before that led you into that type of behavior?
Um,
Like,
hanging around the wrong people, wanting to be so called down,
okay,
just worried about the wrong stuff. That's why I
okay.
feel
So
for
the peer
the youth.
pressure,
Yeah, peer pressure a little bit, but it was just like I always say, it was me having an identity crisis as a youth that put me in these positions, put me in bad situations that I didn't need to be in.
wow. So what would you think would have deterred or stopped you from experiencing an identity crisis and going through all of that? Like, what could the adults have done? What could the schools have done? What could our leaders in our community have done to kind of give you a different space?
I feel like honestly, like I was saying about the whole social media thing, we need more positive influencers, and we just need more positive initiatives in our communities. Like, whereas though the kids
Okay.
can be involved, a lot of kids are being raised in a single parent household. So if we could have like any kind of mentor programs, whether that's on a weekly basis or like like a crisis line, like even behind the scenes, like when parents are having like a crisis situation with their sons, like trying to attack them, or they feel like they're verbally disrespectful and they need me to
Right.
come through. We need like an organization who we could just call instead of calling the police and they come and lock the kid up or use too much force. We need people that actually understand what's going on, because in those situations, grown men could pull up. Grown black men that have been through the same situation could pull up when that mom is having a situation with her boy and he's doing X, Y, and Z. We should be able to pull
Right.
up and kind of get that in order. Like, look, bro, nah, don't do that. This is how you move, and kind of reward good behavior to kind of like pull them out of that mindset. But we need some type of organization that could really support the moms and the dads that really need the help. Because right now, even if you're a great parent
Mhm.
that provides everything, emotional
Right.
support, your kid can
Okay.
still go outside in the real world and turn into a completely different person. So it's like we kind of got to have some type of grip on what's being promoted to them. So I feel like more of us need to get out there and speak out about our experiences in life and everything, so they could kind of hear it and see it. Like, oh, he been through that and he got through it. I could do that. So
Okay.
just using these platforms in a positive way is very important, and just creating hundreds of initiatives to kind of just be in their lives, because we got so many single parent households right now. So
Wow. Well, Keisha Thomas said that the schools took away a lot of after school programs. They were great for the youth.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it was a
yeah,
lot of funding that was taken away for different programs, which makes no sense, because a lot of these programs was working. But when you challenge these programs being defunded, like the Boys and Girls Club, they say because the kids are not coming. So how can we make it more appealing to the kids again, so they can
right,
receive the funding?
right.
Or is it just them not trying to fund it and that's just an excuse? So we got to get down to the bottom of
Yeah.
what it actually is. And if
Yeah.
it is because they're not coming, then we just need to make it fun again to for the kids.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think more outreach should be done. I think they should have people go out into the community to recruit the kids. I don't see a lot of that happening.
Mhm.
And some of the kids don't know that these places are there or what they got to go through to get there. What's in their community on the way there, and they're like, forget it, I'd rather stay in a house.
Right.
Because we have kids like that who don't go outside because they don't want to get caught up in the violence. They don't want to
Mhm.
get, you know, trapped in whatever nonsense is going on. And I think it's unfair for those kids too.
Right. So we gotta some way somehow shift the culture because you got, some good kids that do exactly what you said. They stay out of trouble. They don't want to be bothered by the, kids that's doing bad stuff. But at the same time, how can we change the environment so they don't feel that way? You got kids that's wearing
Right.
ski masks because they feel like they gotta be somewhat down so they don't get hurt. Then you got kids that don't understand that there is kids that's your peers who might be going through things at home, and if you might say something to them in a mean way, it might cause them to react. We need to really be more open to our traumas and the things we went through, and we got to be a little bit more understanding. So we got to kind of like push that out there to the youth that they got to understand that they all growing up in similar, the similar environments, got similar backgrounds, and they really need to understand that your friends, your peers are not a threat. Because you got some
Mm-hmm.
kids that I hear another kid say something like, that's why you're dead. You're on your dead man's. That's why your man's got killed or something like that. They
What?
might be thinking that they just playing and they just saying something that they heard online, but that other kid probably really lost somebody, and now he feel like you trying to threaten him. And now when he go back home and tell his family, they're like, "Oh, what? We gonna make sure you good." So you got to put that out there so they can kind of understand that what they playing with when they copying things that they're hearing and they're imitating things that they're seeing.
Wow.
We
Wow,
just
that
need
is
to fully
deep.
talk about this stuff. They need to hear us say these things on these platforms. Like, look, we all going through something right now. All of us, all ages. So we don't have time to be at each other's necks. We got to be like brothers and sisters. We all going through the same thing. They want us to fight each other. They want us to hike on each other's shoes and stuff that don't matter, so we can continue to be lost. So that's pretty much what it is. But I actually got to run.
Okay. I enjoyed you being on. I appreciate you. I'm happy you are here
Thank you so much.
to do the work that you are doing. And I definitely see you involved in deep in your purpose. I
Yeah.
see that. If nobody told you they've seen it, I see it.
And I appreciate that. I'm out of school tomorrow morning in Plainfield, so I'm out here. I'm working. The video of me talking to the kids will be up.
Okay, all right. I'll put your social media links in the comments so people can follow you and reach out to you and get in touch with you. All right.
Now I appreciate that, and thank you for allowing me to, come on. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. See you
Like,
later.
later.
That was one kid problem. Najee Jihad. Hold on. Let me get his social medias. Yes, yes. We have to also consider not just reaching the youth, but reaching the parents. I agree, Joyce. The culture has to also change in the homes. I agree. I can't believe we're even here. Like, and we have to. I feel like we have to go backwards. Well, we've gone backwards, but now we have to pull everybody up to the present. Hold on, let me get Najee Jihad's social medias so that you all can follow him or you can book him. He comes out and he talks to the youth. Let's see, hold on. Okay, this is his social media. Okay, he has a TikTok. Let's go back over here. Hold on. Okay. Actually, let's go here on Facebook. And then I need to put in the Instagram. Give me 1 second. And he is on LinkedIn too. All right. That is the Instagram link. Let me grab the LinkedIn. Wait a minute. Hold on. LinkedIn. He is really out there doing his thing. All right. So all the links should be posted. Let's see what's going on in the comments. Yes, George, not enough of home economics. Courses on budgeting. Yes, definitely on budgeting. Real life issues. They should do if people want to have a baby coming out of high school, some budgeting and financial things around that, and some mock experiences so they can get an idea that having kids at a young age, fresh out of high school, is not a good idea. It's not a good idea financially, mentally, emotionally, physically. I feel as though we're not prepared enough around that age to be bringing other little people into the world. But wood shop and other day living skills are needed in schools, George. I agree with you. Accountability is key for all. Yes, Joyce Hassan. Yes, yes. And Najee Jihad does visit high schools and junior high students. Yep. Okay, Miss Keenan, you said you look at where the kids are today in comparison with your life as a child. We were actually safer back then and more educated. I agree. There's a study out, and it says that the generation, I believe, is Generation Z, they're less intelligent. They've actually regressed in their critical thinking skills. So yeah, they're not smarter than us, and they're supposed to be. Joyce Hassan says, I agree that some extra activities do need to be brought back to the schools. Yes, yes. But let's address that basic reading, writing, and math. So, where we lost socialization skills. Definitely, definitely, we need to address the basic reading, writing, and math. That's not even there. Some people don't even know how to complete a job application, and it's online. You don't even, even if you print it out, they're asking me, do I put my birth date right here? It says date of birth. Little things like that. I'm just like confused about with them. Thank you, Miss Jabbar. I appreciate it. All right. So we had Najee on, Kid Problem. Go to his social media sites to learn even more about him, to book him. I'm so happy he's doing what he's doing with the youth. And I'm going to get out of here too. This has been Current Exposure. I appreciate everyone who watched this evening. I'll see you next week. And I hope you like next week. It's going to be good and fun. So tune in, check my events to see who I'm going to have on next. Current Exposure. Peace. I'm out.